It's like $5 more. Like, oh, we take Apple Pay.
Let me check here real quick, make sure.
That's the problem.
There is a church out there where if you go up 29, take a left on 218, goes in Walton. That church that sits off to the right.
Overlapping.
It is 6:20 PM. We will call the Finance Committee meeting to order. Have 3 items on the agenda tonight. The first one is for the payment of trash dumping fees from the compost site. Tony, you want to give us the rundown on that?
I stopped up today and talked to Frank about this, because me and Renee were talking about it, and it was substantially more than it was the last time. So she kind of went through it and compared to last time, and I think that they may have found a mistake somewhere. So she called the landfill, talked to the girl out there. She said it's gonna take her a couple days to go over it. So Dwayne's changed this to money up to that point, but hopefully it's gonna be less now.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, if you look at your resolutions, they got changed in the packet. So your packet actually said, I can pull it up here real quick. We changed the 15,000 that you originally were gonna approve to say up to but not to exceed
Right.
that amount. So that if it gets changed, we can pay it for what it is.
right.
And if it doesn't get changed, then still be able to pay it right away
Sure.
if you approve it.
Yeah. Hopefully what we found will make it last.
What was the sum last time? Do you know, ballpark figure?
It was, I want to say around $3,000, and it's like 15 this time. So, I mean, I'm sure their prices have went up too, but, again, once we compare them and find out, and this girl from landfill will get back with Renee on it.
Okay.
And if it doesn't change, then by passing it, she'll be able to pay it for what it is. But we'll be able to pay anything in between. So, and just so you see where it's at, it's
Yeah.
for the
Section.
last whereas. It says council now wishes to approve up to but not to exceed $15,475.82. And then also on section 1, it says up to the amount of 15,000. So it gives us that ability to pay up to that amount.
Perfect.
So,
Thank
also,
Renee.
while you're all here, I'm not sure if any of you are aware, but when the compost site got started, Mike Fincher was solid waste district and Don Crane was the street commissioner. There was a gentleman's agreement that the street department would run everything out there. We would man it, we would do all the work out there. And the county would reimburse us for man hours, for fuel, for maintenance and repairs. Over the last 3 or 4 years, some county commissioners decided repairs was all they were paying for. I mean, honestly, why shouldn't they pay part of this? We have plenty of county residents coming down there and getting free compost, and
And they're dumping out there too, aren't they?
rarely. I mean,
Rarely?
Jeff did just haul some trees out there, but only because they were cutting a tree right there in the neighborhood, basically. But, yeah, I mean, and again, I'm not sure how that decision got made, but all of a sudden, they decided repairs was all they wanted to pay for anymore. So I think that's something we need to, at some point, sit down with the county commissioners and figure out, we're the one, solid waste district, as far as, like, the guy from IDEM that I deal with said, we're the only street department in the northern half of the state that runs a compost site. The rest are run by their solid waste districts. So I think there needs to be a little more compensation there and a little more help from the
Okay.
county on that.
And what, do you know the fellow's name that tells you that?
The IDEM guy,
Yeah.
I want to say his last name's Jackson, but I'd have to look. I got emails.
All right.
But there was like never any warning or, hey, we're going to stop paying this. They just stopped paying it.
All right.
You know.
I can stop down and get the details from you and go and run it by them.
Sure.
Worst thing that happened, they tell us no.
Right, yeah, which
Yeah.
is basically what they've done anyway. So,
Yeah.
Well, I do appreciate that service. I do appreciate that service. I use it a lot.
yeah, I mean, and like I said, I mean, well, there's a guy, I know this guy lives out in the county, but he's probably 2-3 times a day he's at the street department filling. He's got a small pickup filling it with mulch. And you're welcome to take all you want, But, you know, again, this is a county resident, and the county's really not supporting that compost site.
Yeah.
Even if you're a contractor, you can come in and get mulch too? Or is this?
Well, a contractor, I mean, if they want to come in there and load it themselves, we don't, I mean, I did have to run a guy out of there because he brought his backhoe in there. I was like, nah, it's not going to work.
Free compost.
Yeah, but if you're more than welcome to, you know, shovel on all you want, but, you know, we're not allowing the contractors to do that.
Everybody okay with moving that forward? All right, thanks for what you guys do, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one, I'll have Dwayne kind of run through the next two with you there. Well, the next one for sure, the cumulative cap with the computers. Dwayne, you want to?
Yeah, this is to transfer money. You guys approved the new servers to be placed in for the city in '22, and there was, I think, 35,000 or 36,000 that was approved then. We started making the payments on that, and we make a monthly payment. Well, the first payment that came in was for hardware, and it was for $17,000, which I didn't realize it was the hardware that we were approving. And so I should have paid it out of the Cume Cap's computer equipment line item. I didn't. I paid it out of that resolution to pay for the servers. So what I want to do is I have money in the Cume Cap in the computer equipment right now. I'd like to just transfer that money that we paid for the hardware into the resolution or the ordinance that we have to replace that 17,000. It's not, you're not approving any additional money. This is money that's already been appropriated. It's in a line item. I just want to move it from that line item into the ordinance so that we can pay the monthly fee. We're going to end up paying about $18,000 to finish the year with, and this will cover that amount to be able to do that. So that's what this resolution is all about. It's not about approving any additional funds. It's simply moving money because I made a mistake in December of last year when I made the payment from the wrong line item. So, anybody got any questions about what I'm babbling about?
Everybody okay with moving that forward? Basically, he's just moving it from one account to another so that he can use the money that should have been in that account.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move that forward to tonight's meeting. And the last one is establishment of the BCP fund for the cleanup over at the Trelleborg site.
And that one, I was just going to say, we just need to establish the fund there, and I provided it with numbers for us to use. We're getting started on that. I think Wednesday, it's on the Board of Works to have some of the BPA, the BCP stuff coming through, and so we'll need this fund here before very long, and we've got to get checks ordered for it also, I know. So this establishes the fund. You guys have already approved with Resolution 22-154. You approved funding with 45,000 of that coming from your miscellaneous, and then 9,500 of it coming from the infrastructure account. So this resolution places that money in the fund after you approve the fund numbers, and we can then start paying bills from it if we need to.
This is the 10% match on that grant that we got. Any questions for Dwayne? All righty. We'll move that forward to tonight's meeting if everybody's in favor of it. Yep. All right. And with that, at 6:30, I will close the Finance Committee meeting.
At 6:30 PM Monday, July 10th, 2023, I'm Mayor Chris Martin calling to order the regular session of the Logansport Common Council. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Amy Densmore,
Present.
Larry Hood,
Present.
Jonathan Nelms,
Present.
Jake Ladon,
Present.
Scott Petey,
Present.
Haley Zinsbacher,
Present.
Dave Morris.
Present.
All right, we'll start with the approval of minutes for the regular session's June 5th, 2023 meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion?
I'd like to make one amendment in the June 5th minutes. Figure out what page it was on here. On page 3, about halfway down the page, it talks about the percentage of what the city would invest in the golf facility and the private sector. The private sector's amount is supposed to be 72% and the city's 28% rather than the other way around.
72 private, and what else, Dave?
28 for the city. It's just backwards.
Oh, okay, very good.
All right. Any further discussion? All right.
You want to make an amendment for that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to amend.
Second.
All right. Call for question.
Jonathan Nelms,
Yes.
Jake Ladon,
Yes.
Scott Petey,
Yes.
Dave Morris,
Yes.
Haley Zinsbacher,
Yes.
Amy Densmore,
Yes.
Larry Hood.
Yes.
All right. Next is the approval of minutes for the special called session
You
June.
gotta approve the minutes now. That was for the amendment.
Oh, that was for the amendment. Gotcha.
Make a motion to approve as amended.
I second.
All right. Call for question.
Amy Densmore,
Yes.
Larry Hood,
Yes.
Dave Morris,
Yes.
Jonathan Nelms,
Yes.
Scott Petey,
Yes.
Jake Ladon,
Yes.
Haley Zinsbacher.
Abstain.
Now we'll move on to the approval of minutes for the special called session June 26, 2023 meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Let's see. Larry Hood,
Yes.
Jonathan Nelms,
Yes.
Dave Morris,
Yes.
Haley Zinsbacher,
Yes.
Scott Petey,
Abstain?
Amy Densmore,
Yes.
Jake Ladon.
Yes.
All right. Reports from committees, boards, and commissions.
Finance Committee met at 6:20 and discussed basically the 3 items on tonight's agenda.
Any other reports from committees, boards, and commissions? All right. No old business, on to new business, Resolution 2023-124. Councilman Numbs.
Resolution 2023-124, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, appropriating $15,475.82 from the Solid Waste Fund, number 498 and number 8853, for payment of trash removal from the city compost site. Mr. Mayor, I ask for a vote on Resolution 2023-124.
Second. Any further discussion? Call for question.
Amy Dinsmore,
Yes.
Haley Zinsmaster,
Yes.
Scott Petey,
Yes.
Jake Ladon,
Yes.
Larry Hood,
Yes.
Jonathan Nelms,
Yes.
Dave Morris.
Yes.
Resolution 2023-124 passes. Resolution 2023-125. Councilman Hood.
Resolution 2023-125 is a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, transferring appropriations for payment of the city computer servers. Mayor Martin, I ask for a vote on Resolution 2023-125.
Second?
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jonathan Nelms,
Yes.
Jake Ladon,
Yes.
Scott Petey,
Yes.
Amy Dinsmore,
Yes.
Larry Hood,
Yes.
Haley Zinsmaster,
Yes.
Dave Morris.
Yes.
Resolution 2023-125 passes. Resolution 2023-126. Councilman Petey.
Resolution 2023-126, resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, establishing the Dwight Clements Project Grant Fund, number 456 and number 4502. Mr. Mayor, I ask for a vote on Resolution 2023-126, please.
Second?
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Amy Dinsmore,
Yes.
Dave Morris,
Yes.
Jonathan Nelms,
Yes.
Scott Petey,
Yes.
Jake Ladon,
Yes.
Larry Hood,
Yes.
Haley Zinsmaster.
Yes.
Resolution 2023-126 passes. Any public comments? Anyone in the audience who would like to make a comment, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for us, please.
Me?
Yep, go ahead.
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I'll make sure I pull my pants up, because that last meeting, you could see a little too much of me. So, I just want to make sure you're not voting on 116 tonight? The annexation money?
No, that was a resolution. That only needed one vote.
Oh, it did? I was confused. Well, then there's really not much I can do about it, but I just want you to know I did some investigating. Not only did he pay too much for the land, you guys are paying way too much for the land. And Mr. Cuppy can put lipstick on a pig and say it's all about the RDC buying it, but it's the city of Logansport. So I set up at Rulers for about 2 hours the other day, just informing people about the situation. I got friends that work at the hospital. I'm telling you guys, if you already done this, it's not popular at all. And I hope there's no ramifications when it comes to election, but people in Logansport know what's going on now. I want to make sure they know what's going on, and I think you made a big mistake. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you. Any other public comments? All right. Council member comments? Okay.
Comment about the disc golf course out there by Ivy Tech. Any reports on that, or?
Right now, we're working on the design.
Okay.
Yep. So the agreement was we were gonna do the design from the mayor's office, and then the council was gonna put it in for the budget for next year. So, yeah, so our office is still working on the design part.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Any other council member comments?
I've got, just want to let everybody know that I've set July 24th for the next Finance Committee meeting, 6 o'clock. We've already got several items to discuss there. Dwayne has put out the Form 1s to all the departments this afternoon, and we're hoping that the timeline for them, I'll send it out to everyone. Did you send the timeline out, Dwayne?
I did not. All I sent out was,
Okay.
all I did was put it in the mailboxes. The
Okay.
email, or the electronic versions will go out tomorrow morning.
You might mention that we'd like to have those back by the 17th, the Form 1s. So we're going to start the budget process, and we'll send everyone the budget timeline so they know what to expect on the different readings and when we'll sit down with everyone. It's all lined out for you. And we'll go from there.
Any other council member comments? All right. Miscellaneous business and any matters not reconsidered, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Call for question.
Dave Morris,
Yes.
Larry Hood,
Yes.
Jake Ledon,
Yes.
Amy Dinsmore,
Yes.
Scott Peady,
Yes.
Haley Zinsmaster,
Yes.
Jonathan Nels.
Yes.
We're adjourned. Have a great night.
I'm gonna head up there now, actually. Yep.